Oof. Okay.
Attrition. Round one.
We just gotta hang on longer than they can.
Enemies on me! Enemy Spartans are closing in. Enemies on me. Reloading. Enemies below us.
Enemy's almost out of lives.
Toys are ours. Taking cover.
Lives nearly depleted. Did you see that?
Enemy lives depleted.
Plasma pistol is available. Up there. Tag one.
Danger zone incoming. Lives depleted. Round one.
Let's go, boys.
Enemy team facing elimination.
This is almost over. Let them have it.
Taking damage.
Enemy's almost out of lives.
What the fuck?
Enemies on me. Watch my back.
Thrusters obtained.
Targets are over there.
Just about out of lives.
Jesus Christ.
Enemy Spartans are closing in.
Enemy lives depleted.
Taking fire.
Victory.
Sup, Centaur? I literally just got back. No, that's good.
Attrition.
I mean, I completed it already, so I'm just having fun.
Round 1.
You just gotta hang on longer than they can. Thrusters obtained.
Enemies hurt. Reloading. There, close off in sight. Picked up the grapple shot.
Almost out of lives.
Another one down.
Ooh.
Targets are reloading. Down there. Eyes up.
Enemy lives depleted.
In my sights. Got him.
Enemy revived. They brought one back. Power items on the way.
Danger zone incoming. Lives depleted.
Power items on the field.
Tagged one.
Round 1. Enemy team facing elimination. Round 2.
One more win. One more and we survive this.
God, fucking breathing.
They're under us. Enemy there. Did some damage. Shields are down. Targets are over there. Target spotted. Shield bomb. Taking fire. Tagged one. Enemy is below us.
You're almost finished.
Lives depleted.
Tango's closing in.
Power items inbound.
Round lost. Final round.
This is almost over. Let him have it.
Taking damage. Cover me. Over there, hostiles in sight. Enemies below us. We've got the cinder shot. Shields are... Targets are over there. Got one.
Spike grenades acquired.
Lives depleted.
Enemies on me. Taking damage. Gordon down.
Power items on the way.
Targets are closing in. Cover me.
Power items have arrived. Phew! Close call.
Dude. What is this lag, bro?
Round one.
Run him down until they got nothing left.
Okay, short boys.
Taking damage.
Oh my god. Where'd keep going, man? Fuck, they have that insert.
lives nearly depleted.
Bro, we gotta play as a team if you wanna win.
Off
Freaking
the
destroy.
rack.
We've lost a teammate.
Lives depleted.
You're amazing, Spartan.
Double kill.
Get him. Lives depleted already? Fuck, we suck. One of our guys isn't even playing. Like, Magic isn't even playing. Can you not vote to kick?
That's boring. Who are we playing?
Round
Bro,
lost.
they just came back. They're really good.
War build?
Elimination.
Call. Sorry.
Round 2.
Bro, we got the new start.
Come on, Spartan.
Build?
Gotta win this.
That's not a team. Fuck those. No, New York is boring. No, not Buffalo Bills. What is it? What is this?
Enemy's hurt.
Yeah, isn't this New York?
Take this.
Jesus, dude, why is now another guy's AFK? What the fuck is this?
Right,
Man?
that was right. Yeah, it was.
No, not Jamal's AFK, dude.
Okay. Buffaloes are pretty good this year, so I don't know.
Over there.
John Cena.
Watch my back.
Now.
Finished. Just about out of lives.
We should make a meme out of that. That'd be funny.
Bro, fuck this man.
Yeah, I'll see this one.
Take the damage.
Well, Trigger's not very good.
Lives depleted. Perfect.
We destroyed the Steelers.
Danger zone incoming.
Watch out, kid. I just made it back.
Oh, they're all inside
Enemy
the hub.
lives depleted.
Enemy's hurt.
Over shield inbound.
Cover me.
That Obi's important.
Over shield available.
Enemy's on me.
Round 1.
Shit.
I want the Beatles to know it's
Just one more win.
Yeah.
One more and we survive this.
Well, that Cowboys.
Spartan down.
Well, that Cowboys game. That Cowboys game pissed me off last week.
So
I want the
careful with
Cowboys
that
to
thing.
win. I want the Cowboys to win. They were going to win. What?
Go behind us. Get with behind us.
Five.
My shield pop. Shield down. Stay mobile.
Yeah, no, but that ending was pretty hype though. That ending was pretty hype though.
Frag out.
Let him come, man. Get this one right here.
Enemy's almost out of lives.
Oh, we could have done a
Down
Hail
quick,
Mary.
huh?
Like their defense towards the end was bad.
Just about out of lives.
Enemy lives
Yeah, 'cause even the quarterback rushed right through the middle and no one was there. I was like, dude, what's going on? I was like,
Over shield inbound.
victory.
Did he jump? I think he jumped.
Okay. Huh? I put meat in it. I used a thing of ground beef, half a thing of ground beef. Yeah, not too much. It also means Microsoft owns a number of other things that Activision has purchased. Okay. Ubisoft. As far as I know, the only reason why Activision let themselves be purchased is because their CEO is a piece of shit, and he doesn't want to deal with the pressure anymore. Especially after he let slide some sexual harassment allegations. I'm happy with one of the employees for one of their studios.
You know how on the symbol of the fractures, you look at it and it's kind of like a broken Halo ring, right?
There's so many possibilities now, like as we start talking about this. There's like a concept art of a Scarab battle with like the Chief art, we never got it.
If we get to see your fight more endless in the future, I really hope they look like that.
So welcome back everyone.
Yeah, pretty much. What the fuck is that video playing? I literally just pulled up a podcast that was on my feed. Supposed to be the Infinite Show 2. People discussing the Halo Infinite stuff. I guess I should be careful about that since I'm live. There's no webcam active.
Attrition. Round 1.
You just gotta hang on longer than they can.
I picked up a grapple shot. Enemy surge. Taking damage.
Sniper, keep your head down.
Just about out of lives. You're almost finished.
Now give me that snipper.
Lives depleted.
Tango's closing in.
Danger zone incoming. Enemy lives depleted.
Overshield available.
elimination.
This is almost over. Let him have it. Dynamo grenades obtained. Thank heavens
Gotcha,
for that
bitch.
sidearm.
Lost a teammate.
Almost finished. That is our personal space you're invading.
Thank you, teammate.
Enemy's hurt.
Just about out of lives. Oh, thank heavens. A long-range weapon. Ammo reserves depleting.
Enemy lives depleted.
Vacuum maniacs! Overshield inbound. Overshield available.
Victory.
Still loving that stance. So let's see. So, Centaur, you essentially have given me your curse. So, whenever I get into big team, because I can now get into big team now, but it's iffy. But when I do get into big team, I now have the curse of always having to play total control. So, yeah, that's just lovely. And it doesn't really help the fact that I already hate strongholds, so... Hold on, give it a second. Okay, matchmaking failed. I noticed that if I'm persistent with forcing myself to play BTB, it'll eventually let me in. Hey, puppy. Mama's working. Man, that patch is fucking delicious. Oh, wait a minute, we're getting in. I told you if I was persistent enough, they'd let me in. Let's go. Ooh, stockpile. I lucked out this time.
Stockpile.
No.
A ver, me tengo que armar bien, vato. Me tengo que armar bien con lo que voy a llevar. Me voy a agarrar un rifle de batalla y la pistolita, vato. Una escopeta para matar. Ahorita chico, ¿qué voy a agarrar?
No, they have frozen veggies.
¿Vamos a guardar o qué, güey?
It's trying to do something. Oh, I'm down at 2
We gotta find and return the power seats.
Power seats are ready to secure.
Like, I swear to God, people, why are you playing on the original Xbox One? That shit is dog shit.
No one's getting close to me.
At least go to a computer like how I did.
Plasma grenades acquired.
Enemy Spartans are closing in.
Heads up! Ordnance drop inbound! Yeah, you gotta run!
Teammate, stop fiddling around for guns and shoot people. The whole point of a first-person shooter is for you to shoot a bitch.
Tossing an aid. Got the pickup. Void getting skewered.
Oh, no coming back from that. Get that seed back to base, Mark.
And of course, instead of protecting... Is my... What the fuck? My teammate is out of bounds. He quite literally is outside of the map. Yeah, because that makes perfect fucking sense, asshole. Instead of helping us, you want to play hide and seek.
The enemy is at half power. Your enemies have 1 power seed remaining.
I hope this doesn't go south. Power seed secured.
Team has scored.
The enemy's loaded a power seed. Rapid shot acquired.
No. Whoa, 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 whoa,
Power
whoa.
seeds
Chill.
are ready to secure.
Chill. Okay, that's close enough. That's close enough to Netflix and chill.
Over there. Hostiles in sight. Stay mobile.
Well, thank you for helping us.
Hurry! You're a target now!
Over there. Hostiles in sight. Grenade out.
They're close!
Take cover.
Power seed loaded! Where are we off to next? Heads up! Ordnance drop inbound!
The enemy is at half power. Your enemies have 1 power seed remaining. Power seed stockpile incoming.
Enemy alert.
Enemy team secured a power seed.
Power seeds are ready to secure.
Teammate, if you're having that much trouble, just kill yourself. Like, seriously, just commit suicide so you can respawn. Surprised he hasn't jumped out of the map.
Tossing the dynamo.
doesn't go south.
Your enemies have 1 power seed remaining.
Hurry! You're a target now!
The enemy team has scored.
I've never seen people not even want to try to play a game mode in my life.
Hey. It's awesome.
Careful on re-entry. There's an idiot in the landing zone.
Oh, God.
What's up, regular size man?
I am so putting that in the Discord. Yeah, fuck it. Why not put it into Braze as well?
PlayStation has officially responded to Microsoft and Xbox buying Activision Blizzard and changing the gaming industry forever. And it seems like they are a little bit worried about Call of Duty not being on their platform. There's a lot here to talk about, so let's get into it.
Big Team CTF.
What is going on, everybody? It is Randall Thor 19, the man with the million, back again with another video. I hope everybody is having a fantastic day. If you guys can do me a huge favor, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Share this video out on social media. It really helps out the channel and the video particularly. Thank you guys for all the continued support. What a week so far this has been. As you all know by now, we all woke up on Tuesday to some shocking news that Xbox was buying Activision Blizzard.
Shocking is not what I would think. It's more like
franchise in the world, something like $70 billion. And we all knew there would be fallout from all this. From Bobby Kotick and all the sexual misconduct that's going on at Activision that caused the stock price to tumble from $105 a share a year ago to the point where Microsoft was able to buy it for $95 a share, to obviously the biggest talking point that I predicted would happen on my video on Tuesday. What is going to happen to the exclusivity of Call of Duty? It certainly seems that people have accepted the idea that stuff like Overwatch 2 or Diablo or any of the other smaller games from Activision, maybe a new Crash or a new Spyro, those would be expected to be Xbox exclusives. We went a whole 6 months talking about this in regards to new Bethesda titles, right? Phil Spencer came out and said, you know what, this is about getting exclusives for the Xbox customer, and those games are going to be on platforms where Game Pass exists, because for a long time, people doubted that Xbox would make Starfield an exclusive, that Elder Scrolls 6 was going to be exclusive, because some people couldn't wrap their minds around the idea that Xbox was going to take those games away from PlayStation, that Xbox did in order to make money on their investment. So in this video, we're going to delve into the exclusivity topic because we have comments from Phil Spencer. We have comments from Activision to their employees that were filed with the United States Federal Exchange Commission. We have Sony officially responding to Microsoft buying the company and the fact that they lost $40 billion in stock valuation because of this. And then a little bit later on in the video, I'm going to show you guys some quick math that shows that Xbox doesn't need to put Call of Duty on PlayStation to make their money back. So first up, in the Bloomberg article on Tuesday, there was this quote here from Phil Spencer. It starts off by saying that Microsoft plans to keep making some of Activision's games for PlayStation consoles, but will also keep some content exclusive to Xbox that a person familiar with the company is thinking. Quote, I'll just say to players out there who are playing Activision Blizzard games on Sony's platform, it's not our intent to pull communities away from that platform, and we remain committed to that, Spencer said in an interview. Now that's virtually similar to what Phil Spencer was saying about Bethesda. So, current Activision Blizzard games on PlayStation, like the newest Call of Duty Vanguard or Warzone that launched with Call of Duty Modern Warfare, those games aren't going anywhere. They will be on PlayStation forever. In fact, I'm of the opinion that Warzone itself will remain multi-platform on PlayStation, on PC, on Xbox, even after all these deals go through. If that remains, because I think they're going to look at Warzone as sort of looks at Elder Scrolls Online on the PlayStation, where it exists there. It's going to continue to get updates and DLC, and I think Warzone will follow that similar path. But who knows about new Call of Duty games in the future? Now, here's Activision Blizzard talking about making games for non-Xbox platforms and failing to confirm the future games, those not currently in development, won't be Xbox exclusive. And this was the question Activision Blizzard was answering to employees. How does this transaction impact existing partner agreements, i.e. Sony, Google, and Apple? Will this change what we're able to offer our partners or how we structure our agreements? And they answered it with, we will honor all existing commitments post-close. As with Microsoft's acquisition of Minecraft, we have no intent to remove any content from platform where it exists today. We will be open to discussions to enter into agreement to confirm our intent when it is appropriate to do so. So this quote here really is no different than what Phil Spencer is saying. We already know that Microsoft is going to honor existing commitments that they have. We've seen it happen with Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo. Both those games are PlayStation exclusive for a year instead of the contract being canceled and being Xbox. Activision saying the same thing. They're going to honor all the agreements post-close. And just like with Minecraft, they have no intent to remove any content from the platform where it exists today. Like I said, Vanguard, Black Ops Cold War, Warzone, those all exist on PlayStation. They can remove them. However, the future Call of Duty 2 years from now doesn't exist on PlayStation. So this is all kind of up in the air. But when it comes to Sony, it certainly looks like they're not having the best week. Sony's shares fell by nearly 13% on Wednesday following the news that Microsoft plans to acquire Activision Blizzard. The move represents Sony's biggest drop since October of 2008 and effectively wipes $20 billion from its market valuation in a single day. In comparison, third-party publishers, including Capcom, Square Enix, Electronic Arts, and Ubisoft, all saw their share prices surge following the announcement of the deal. Well, it's pretty apparent to me why Capcom, Square Enix, Ubisoft's prices all surged.
Ground vehicle requisition.
It's because investors are looking at those companies as potentially the next merger and acquisition targets, not only for maybe Xbox in the future, but also PlayStation. A lot of people think PlayStation needs to respond, and their stock price took a hit from this because it can't be understated just how big Activision Blizzard and Call of Duty are for the PlayStation business. It's the best-selling game on that platform. In fact, Call of Duty is the #1 and 2 best-selling games on the PlayStation platform this past year. Just the amount of money that game brings in through premium box sales, if Sony were to lose that, that would be a massive.
An ally has taken the enemy flag.
In fact, today Sony actually had something to say about it. Sony has responded for the first time to Microsoft's proposed acquisition of Activision Blizzard and said that it expects games to remain multi-platform contractual agreements. Quote, we expect that Microsoft will abide by contractual agreements and Activision games are multi-platform, a Sony spokesperson said via the Wall Street Journal on Thursday. You know what I'm thinking about this? You know, when Microsoft bought Bethesda, Sony didn't say a damn word about it. And understandably so, because Elder Scrolls 6, as big as it is, Fallout, as big as it is, Starfield, as big as it could be, those games only come out once every 4 or 5 years. That's not even like a splash move, so to speak, right? In fact, the only time we ever heard from PlayStation was Jim Ryan saying that he's interested in knowing what was going to happen with Bethesda. But here we are, Sony, 2 days later, officially coming out and saying that, well, we expect Microsoft to abide by the contractual agreements and continue to ensure Activision games will remain multi-platform.
Enemy
You know what
returns
that
their
smells
flag.
of? That smells of fear, ladies and gentlemen. I think Sony is incredibly afraid at the idea of Microsoft pulling Call of Duty from their platform, making it exclusive to Xbox, putting it in Xbox Game Pass to drive Game Pass growth, make it even bigger than it is, because that is a big chunk of revenue that PlayStation is about to lose. Like I said, they didn't bother saying anything when Bethesda was bought out. Here they are saying, well, you better keep these games. And we all know Microsoft's going to abide by their contractual agreements, and we don't know what sort of agreements Activision Blizzard has with Sony for Call of Duty. We know that Sony has the marketing rights to Call of Duty, and those are usually bought in blocks of time, like 5 years. Those marketing agreements might force Microsoft to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation until that deal runs out. And hell, we even know that Sony has a deal with Activision Blizzard for Call of Duty on exclusive content. And those are made years in the future. So we don't know when that contract will essentially run out. For sure, what we do know is that the new Call of Duty game this year, Modern Warfare 2, will be on PlayStation. And I expect maybe even next year's Call of Duty to also be on PlayStation. But come 2024, once the marketing agreements are done, once all the contractual stuff is done, there's a good chance that that premium Call of Duty will only be on Xbox and streaming and will skip the PlayStation platform. And it's funny that Sony says, oh, to ensure the Activision games are multi-platform, they only care about Call of Duty. They're not worried about Diablo, Overwatch 2,
Banshee inbound.
PlayStation. They only care about Call of Duty in that regard. So will the games be exclusive? Will they remain multi-platform is going to be discussion that goes on forever. And you know what? Microsoft may not be the one in control of that decision. I've made my prediction. I think Warzone remains multi-platform, and I think when all the contract stuff is done, whether it's in 2023 or 2024, that premium Call of Duty is going to be just my prediction. I don't have any insider information about that, but it's possible the government forces Microsoft's hand to continue to make Call of Duty multi-platform. So reacting to Microsoft plans, DFC Intelligence said in a research note, quote, "Will this deal go through? Regulators will take a close look, and franchises like Call of Duty may not be exclusive to Xbox platforms because of antitrust
for safety,
concerns."
please.
David Cole, who owns DFC, also told GameIndustry.biz, quote, "The big issue is if Call of Duty becomes a Microsoft exclusive. Right now, I don't think it will. For one thing, it would be hard to get it past regulators if they want to lock the competition out." So the exclusivity thing is going to rage forever. You can see Sony very much wants the games to remain multi-platform. It's possible the government might intervene and say, as a condition for this deal to close, you can't move Call of Duty from PlayStation, yada, yada, yada. It's going to be a long year before we officially get the answer from this like we did with the Bethesda stuff. But one thing I kind of did want to put to bed was the idea that you have to put Call of Duty on PlayStation because it just makes too much money. You see this post over here from Reddit Xbox Series X is a pretty good one. I'm not saying all the information here is 100% legit, but it gives you a good idea of what we're talking about here. The annual Call of Duty will not be on PlayStation. Here's some quick money math. Now, 13 million Call of Duty copies sold annually on PlayStation, 55 on multi sales, equals out to be 715 million per year. The platform holder takes anywhere between 5% of revenue, in this case Sony. So that 715 million is more like 479 million when it hits Microsoft's wallet. If you convert the 2.7 million PlayStation casual Call of Duty players to Game Pass subscribers for Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, $180 a year, that's $480 million per year. They don't need to release Call of Duty on PlayStation anymore. Just edit. This quick math doesn't include the potential microtransaction revenue from the base COD game. Not sure how prevalent those are since the person doesn't personally play it. On the flip side, this basic analysis doesn't include the additional money those converted players will spend on the platform for purchasing other games, hardware, etc. Now, the idea here is the same thing I said with Bethesda when I said those games are going exclusive. Microsoft isn't in the business of selling you one $60 or $70 game. They're in the business of having you subscribe. Sure, you can buy these games, but the big business is going to be subscription. So you can see here, if Microsoft just converted 3 million of those PlayStation gamers into Game Pass customers, and then essentially the revenue equals out. And then if you add on top of it the microtransactions that those 3 million people who used to spend on PlayStation now are spending on Xbox, it's even more. And then if those people buy more games on Xbox, you see how it all compounds. So the idea here that Xbox needs to put Call of Duty on PlayStation to make their money back is really false. They don't need it. So let me know what you think about everything in the comments below. Give me your predictions about whether or not you feel Call of Duty and the rest of Activision Blizzard games will be exclusive, what games will remain multi-platform. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Share this on social media. Please hit that notification bell. Thank you guys so much for taking the time today to watch the video. You're amazing. And I'll see you in the next one.
Spartan down!
The enemy has your flag.
Enemy flag carrier revealed. Your ticket to the skies is on the way. Ordnance incoming!
An ally returned our flag.
Taking watch fire!
That's a reliable weapon right there.
Got it!
Scorpion tank is inbound.
Handle that thing very carefully. It's pointy.
Skewer's mine.
And I can play with friends. Can't we all?
Toys are ours. Shield, moved it.
Match lost. Next time, Spartan.
Wait, what?
Hello.
It's Rhodes.
Sorry, hello?
I said it's Rhodes.
Speak up, please.
This is Rhodey, aka War Machine.
Next time, baby.
I'm only gonna say this once.
Get out. This is Rhodey, aka War Machine. The former is played by actor and Academy Award nominee Terrence Howard. The latter is played by actor and Academy Award nominee Don Cheadle for the remainder of the MCU's run. You're probably not all that confused because you probably know that this switch was made.
No, it's me.
Terrence Howard was quickly replaced after the first Iron Man film, but you might not know why. There's a big happy family fallacy within these big franchises that consistently gets torn down and torn apart by the media when you realize what's going on underneath. Acting in major motion pictures is a profession in which multi-million-dollar contracts are commonplace, and with that kind of money moving around, friendly may not be the best word to describe what's actually happening behind the scenes. Tricky contractual language can often give studios complete control over what they pay their actors, and leverage becomes a quintessential element in that process. Money over relationships. Terrence Howard was heading into production on Iron Man fresh off of an Academy Award nomination for Hustle and Flow. When an actor is nominated for an Oscar, their value to a project increases dramatically, and in turn, so usually does their pay rate. This is part of the reason actors want to win these awards, or at least be in the conversation. It's usually not the main reason, let's be honest, they want to be great actors, they're artists. Sure, there's a lot of prestige in winning the highest award an actor can possibly win, but having the title of Oscar winner on a resume means that they can also charge more for their performances. By the time Iron Man was rolling into production, Terrence Howard's rate was set around $3.5 to $4.5 million for that performance. This made him one of the highest paid actors in the film, and at that time, the highest paid actor in the film. He was actually paid over 6 times more than Robert Downey Jr., who people forget was kind of making a return to film in a big way. His life, his trials, his career is a whole different story. Now, one of the most famous men in the world was at one time kind of a has-been. He only made about $500,000 for his role in the first film, in pure studio on-set money. Iron Man went on to be an enormous success. It received overwhelming praise from critics and fans alike, and it ultimately led to the creation of the largest and most successful cinematic universe of all time. When a project like Iron Man is successful enough to create a franchise, it's usually great for everyone involved. The directors and producers get bigger budgets for the sequels, and the actors usually get a nice pay raise, especially when that film grosses over $300 million like the original Iron Man did. Normally, something like that would mean enormous contracts getting signed, and the principal performers holding the pen on the other side of them. Robert Downey Jr. was rumored to have made $10 million for the second film, a pay increase of about 2,000%. Not to mention he was able to negotiate a back-end deal for even more money based on the revenue of the film at the box office. Terrence Howard, on the other hand, was actually offered a significant decrease in pay from what he was expecting to earn. Marvel eventually offered $1 million to come back as War Machine, which was far less than the alleged $8 million he was supposed to have made for the sequel based on conversations with his agent and the studio. It was even less than what he made for the first film. So here's where things start to get a little messy and a little muddy. It's rumored that Iron Man director Jon Favreau was ultimately unhappy with Terrence Howard's performance and spent a lot of time cutting down his scenes in post. This isn't great from both an artistic perspective and more pertinently here a financial perspective, being that if a studio is going to pay premium dollars for a specific actor based on, essentially, their name, they're expecting that actor to have a relatively large presence in the film, to be able to use them for marketing moving forward. When producers, directors, and editors cut down that screen time, it makes the value proposition of those contracts seem a little less responsible. Allegedly, Jon Favreau was so dissatisfied with Terrence Howard's performance that he and Iron Man 2 writer Justin Theroux ended up scaling down Rhodey's role in the second film altogether under the assumption that Howard would be James Earl once again. Once Marvel Studios found out that War Machine's role was going to be featured in a diminished capacity, they came to Terrence Howard's agents with a counteroffer to his $8 million contract to be more in line with what they were expecting to pay a supporting actor at the time, that $1 million number. Now, an agent's job is to protect the financial interests of the client. What likely ended up happening behind the scenes, and this is where pure conjecture starts, is that his agent and publicist would want to not only ensure that their client was paid in a way that was commensurate with the rest of the leading cast, but to make sure that Terrence Howard's future roles would be measured against a larger contract, not diminish his potential for financial returns in the future on the next film or after that. After the dust settled, Terrence Howard had essentially walked away from the role due to this financial dispute and was ultimately replaced with Don Cheadle, who happily signed on to play War Machine and Iron Man 2 for that $1 million. All of them. Since then, it's rumored that Don Cheadle has a combined total of around $40 million in earnings across his work at DC, while also landing him an Emmy nomination for his performance in the 2010 interview with E! Online, Howard publicly claimed that he was the one who recommended RDJ for the role of Iron Man, but that he ultimately was happy with the way things turned out. In the interview, he almost takes sole credit for Robert Downey Jr.'s success by saying, "For me to have recommended him, it means all the more so that I helped someone get to where they are supposed to go." Jon Favreau stated that at one time Marvel said to him, "Under no circumstances are we prepared to hire Robert Downey Jr. for any price." So maybe there's something to that, but we'll never really know. Howard would get a little more upset as time went on. Over the next couple of years, you can almost link Howard's frustrations directly to the success of Marvel films. The more successful those films became, the more Howard lashed out against Marvel's media.
Oh god, here we go!
The 2013 Avengers had made $1.5 billion in box office. And this time, Howard once more was a little more candid. In a 2013 interview with Hollywood.com, Terrence Howard teased the worst thing he had ever witnessed in Hollywood.
The team is close to total control.
In another interview with Vulture.com, Howard took the drama even further by saying that Robert Downey Jr. took the money that was supposed to go to him and pushed him out of the sequel. The reality of all of this drama is likely much more simple than any of this paints it out to be. Terrence Howard was being let go from a project for delivering a subpar performance and not wanting to take the ego hit of having a potentially future subpar performance cut down by the studio. Robert Downey Jr. kept quiet about all of this because he didn't want to lose his opportunity that was almost denied to him because of his previous struggles with addiction and drugs. This was a once-in-a-lifetime shot at redemption for him. At the end of the day, the studio's job is to create the most profitable film possible. These films operate on stringent budgets, and in the case of Terrence Howard, Marvel didn't have him in this. They continued with him, they'd be paying a lot for a character who had a significantly less impactful role in the overall story of the MCU. Replacing him was nothing more than a business decision that saved the studio tens of millions of dollars. Whether or not this business deal was conducted in an ethical manner will always be up for debate, but we're not here to guess. At the end of the day, what you see on screen are people doing a job. As much as they're artists, they're also employees of the studio once they sign those contracts. What does it say about Marvel films in general? The replacement like this was so easy. Something like this does create the perception that money becomes more valuable than performance. I'm not sure, because I'm not entirely sure what John Favreau saw in Terrence Howard's performance that made him and the studio say, this is important. I guess what's important to remember is that not everything about art is possible. And sometimes it's easier and maybe better to just This is it for today's episode. If you enjoyed this one, press the like button down below. On your screen right now should be 2 more episodes. Also hit subscribe, and hopefully I will see you guys in the next video.
Wheels en route.
Your team is close to total control.
Grenade was a hit. Reloading. Target's over there.
Oh, my heart is pounding. I don't even have one.
Your team is close to total control. Incredible performance, Spartan.
Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap!
Below us. Tango's closing in. In my sights.
The enemy seized a zone. Oh man! This is gonna piss him off for sure!
Fantastic work, Spartan. Zone captured.
This zone's ours!
Tag 1. Did some damage.
Hostiles are capturing a zone. Zone captured. Ground vehicle delivery confirmed. The enemy seized a zone. This zone's ours. Heads up! Ordnance drop inbound!
Hostiles in sight.
Friendlies capping a zone.
Another one down.
Your team is close to total control.
Oh god, here we go!
Your team is close to total control.
Hostiles are capturing a zone.
Reloading. Another one down.
Ordnance incoming!
In my sight.
Zone lost.
Another one down.
Your enemy is nearing total control.
Reloading.
Friendlies capping a zone. Zone captured.
Target spotted.
Quick! Get cover! route.
Lost a teammate.
Zone lost. Heads up! Ordnance drop inbound!
Toys are ours.
Your enemy is nearing total control.
Taking damage. Rocket hugs on me.
Demons. All of you.
An ally's capturing a zone.
They're under us.
Hostiles are capturing a zone. Zone lost. Cap in the zone. Obtain. Ally captured zone. An ally's capturing a zone. Zone captured.
Banshee inbound.
Pop that shield. Better luck next time. Sticky out.
Capturing. Hostiles are capturing a zone.
Your team is close to total control.
Enemy Spartans are closing in. Let's get one on fire.
Your team has total control. You got new zones incoming.
Air vehicle requisition.
Taking damage.
An ally's capturing a zone. Friendly's capping a zone. Capturing. An ally has captured a zone. Those ours. What now?
Your team has total control. You got new zones incoming.
Heads up! Ordnance drop inbound!
Ooh, they can't stop you. New zones are ready for capture.
The enemy seized the zone.
Your team has come out on top. Got the first kill.
The enemy's loaded a power seed.
Your team has stolen an enemy power seed.
Initiating breach.
Your enemies have one power seed remaining.
Hack complete. Plasma grenades obtained. Ground vehicle delivery confirmed. There's no way that thing is safe.
Power seeds are ready to secure. Your team has stolen an enemy power seed. The enemy is at half power.
In my sights.
Our team loaded a power seed. We're one power seed closer. No hiding from this weapon.
Down there.
Reloading. Got him.
Your team has stolen an enemy power seed.
Taking fire.
Ground vehicle requisition.
The enemy is at half power. Your enemies have one power seed remaining. Your team just scored. Power seed stockpile incoming.
Ordnance incoming!
Power seeds are ready to secure.
Over there.
stockpile incoming.
Team loaded a power seat.
Power seeds are ready to secure.
Ground vehicle en route. Nice find! Now let's go. The enemy's loaded a power seat.
Your team has reached half power. One power seed remaining. Your team just scored. Power seed stockpile incoming.
Power seed loaded.
Your team has reached half power. Your team needs one more power seed.
Cover me.
Incredible performance, Spartan. Your enemies have one power seed remaining. The enemy team has scored.
Chin, I think. It's awesome.
Brody, careful on re-entry. There's an idiot in the landing zone.
Oh, God.
What's up, regular size man?
Rest in peace, J-Dog. Oh wait, they're finally gone?
BuzzFeed. 20 million subscribers, 20,000 views a video. The once thriving brand now displays a Google trend graph that looks like this, a YouTube viewership graph that looks like this, and a stock price graph that looks like this. The price fall of 55% from $10 a share to $4.50 a share over only the last month and a half, in conjunction with numerous rounds of layoffs and redundancies, hints at the rough seas that BuzzFeed happens to be sailing through at this very moment. However, with such a tarnished, downtrodden reputation, there's probably few who are surprised to hear of such news. And in this video, you're going to learn exactly how BuzzFeed destroyed their reputation as an accumulation of a long string of terribly poor decisions. The brand started in 2006, and by 2013, it had taken on this now established format of bizarre relatable lists in combination with completely garbage news articles. There were classics such as Why It's Time to Ban Straight People and Aladdin's Dad is the Biggest DILF of all time. While these were clearly nonsense articles made with the goal of being so stupid that you couldn't help but click, this is what BuzzFeed was good at, making extremely clickable articles which often led through to something that would be relatable to their youthful audience. 6 signs you're becoming your Asian parents. 17 struggles all suburban black kids know too well. These also show that BuzzFeed was big on the whole identity politics movement that was being popularized at the time. Many of their articles were very focused on men versus women, blacks, whites, Asians, gays, straights, etc, etc. Now, whether or not it was ethical to segregate people further in exchange for extra clicks is an argument for another day. But in terms of getting people to relate to the content, it worked like magic. 15 videos that were so damn relatable for women in 2015. However, this controversial pandering to specific identities would also be the reason behind why the site experienced massive levels of criticism. Videos such as their classic Women Try Manspreading for a Week were criticized online to audiences of well over 10 million, on top of their already brutal 60% dislike ratios. Everything Wrong with BuzzFeed, 4 million. BuzzFeed has hit a new low, 5.5 million. 36 Stupid Feminist Questions Answered, 25 million views.
This is terrible. You're trying to relate opening your legs to sexism and now racism.
BuzzFeed began to undermine their own reputation and public image with the politicization of their brand. If you look at BuzzFeed's Google search volume graph, there was nothing but growth between 2011 and mid-2015, beginning to decline in late 2015 and 2016, a time which conveniently coincided with the brand's severe political shift. On YouTube, it was a similar story. Nothing but growth from 2012 until August 2015, peaking at 377 million views in a month before halving in the year that followed. In the process, BuzzFeed did a pretty good job of completely and utterly destroying their news department's credibility. In August 2017, the University of Missouri surveyed 8,728 individuals, attempting to determine the most and least trusted news sources in the USA. Respondents on average, quote, leaned towards the liberal side of the political spectrum, with the distribution looking a little like this, and BuzzFeed still scored as the second least trusted news site in the USA, even lower than Alex Jones's conspiracy theory show, which Google quite literally labels as a fake news website. The damage that BuzzFeed had done to their reputation was best summarized by a forum post in a thread discussing why people had turned against BuzzFeed. Once upon a time, it helped raise awareness and educate us about several marginalized groups, also adding to its charm. It was a warm, inclusive, homey online community where everybody was welcome and equal, until one day it wasn't. Slowly, it degenerated into extreme left hogwash, more ridiculous than Quibbler. It became infested with extremists and radicals. Instead of focusing on important issues, it focused on non-issues like manspreading. Instead of focusing on the spirit of equality, it became obsessed with the rhetoric of victimhood. Nowadays, BuzzFeed has become shitfeed. Mostly. Mostly is a very important word to focus on here, and it'd be stupid to throw the baby out with the bathwater. Ryan Bergara and Shay Madej, who are certainly contenders for the 2 biggest legends in YouTube history, were absolutely killing it with what many considered to be the greatest series ever uploaded to the platform, BuzzFeed Unsolved, eventually releasing over 70 episodes that cracked the 10 million view mark. The difference in quality between BuzzFeed Unsolved and the BuzzFeed main channel has often been highlighted in comments such as, whenever I hear BuzzFeed, it's either followed by is complete garbage or Unsolved is the best series on the internet. So I can also say for certain that they have a wide range of content, both in subject and quality. Others such as the Try Guys had a similarly positive impact on BuzzFeed's brand, often gaining over 20 million views on their episodes. However, it seemed as though every single one of these positive influences eventually wound up following a similar path.
Nowadays, all you gotta do is join BuzzFeed, be in a handful of vids, then leave and boom, instant traffic to your new already owned channel.
They'd achieve massive success through BuzzFeed using their own personalities, wait for their...
I mean, in my humble opinion, I think the only thing good about BuzzFeed was their food channel, which was Tasty, and that, you know, I would hate to see Tasty go. Like, look, actually, hold on, let me see, is Tasty still up? Please tell me Tasty's still up. Yeah, they're still up.
It's time to make some meatballs, because what's more...
Let's make some delicious garlic shrimp. First, we gotta mince lots of garlic. Listen, I don't like mincing garlic, I gotta be honest, but I love this thing. Makes it really quick and easy, and my fingers don't smell like garlic afterwards. Feels like I'm playing with Hot Wheels. Life is good in this moment. Also, thought it was gonna be hard to clean, but it wasn't, so that's nice. To your pan, add some oil, minced garlic, green onions. Let that cook a little bit until it's nice and fragrant. Add the shrimp, fish sauce, oyster sauce. Toss that up. Add some black pepper, fresh around some
Total control. Capture all zones to score.
Enemy is capturing a zone. Friendly's capping a zone.
Over there, hostiles in sight.
Oh crap! Zone lost. Friendly's capping a zone.
Your team is close to total control.
Zone captured.
Nade out. Taking fire. Enemy surge.
Your team is close to total control.
Spartan down. Enemy shields down.
An ally's capturing a zone.
Got the pickup. Frag out.
Enemy is capturing a zone. Heads up. Ordnance drop inbound.
You're beginning to make this look easy.
Did some damage. The enemy seized a zone. Low on ammo. Taking damage.
Overshield's on the field.
Your team is close to total control.
Ground vehicle en route. Plasma grenades obtained.
Taking fire.
Eyes up.
Enemy is below us. Tango is closing in.
Hostiles are capturing a zone. An ally's capturing a zone.
Another one down. Over there.
Enemy is capturing a zone. Oh god, here we go!
Your team is close to total control.
Another one down.
Pummel him, Spartan!
Your team is close to total control.
Oh god, here we go!
Taking damage.
Hostiles are capturing a zone. Wheels en route. The enemy seized a zone.
Targets are over there. Close.
Glad I'm in your head and not that head. What's left of it? Friendlies capping a zone.
Lost a teammate. Grab the repulsor.
Ordnance incoming! Zone captured.
Watch my back. Enemies on me. Grenade out.
Hostiles are capturing a zone. An ally's capturing a zone.
Enemies on me.
The enemy seized a zone. Zone captured.
Taking Warthog fire.
Hostiles are capturing a zone. The enemy seized a zone. Here. This is bad.
Enemy Spartans are closing in. Tagged one.
Zone captured.
Another one down. Over there. Hostiles in sight. Cover me. We're under arrest.
Your enemy is nearing total control.
Taking cover.
Come on, Spartan!
Your enemy is nearing total control.
An ally's capturing a zone. Heads up! Ordnance drop inbound! Zone captured. Ground vehicle en route.
Over there.
Enemy field down.
Taking that.
Spartan down.
Buckle up for safety, please.
Damn it.
Enemy is capturing a zone. Hostiles are capturing a zone. They're here. This is bad. I hope they know what they're doing. The enemy seized a zone.
Frag out. Spartan down. Enemy shields down.
That's a reliable weapon right there.
Cover me.
Root grenade out.
Another one down.
Friendlies capping a zone. Enemy shields down. Hostiles are capturing a zone.
Zone captured.
Zone's ours! What now?
Your enemy is nearing total control.
Zone lost. Thank God that's over.
Enemy there.
Heads up! Ordnance drop inbound!
Total control for the enemy.
Your ticket to the skies is on the way.
You got new zones incoming.
Thank heavens for that sidearm.
New zones are ready for capture.
Threat sensor acquired. An ally has captured a zone. Enemy is capturing a zone. Heads up! Ordnance drop inbound! Zone lost.
Watch that sword. Down. Don't mind if I do.
Oh man! This is gonna piss him off for sure! An ally has captured a zone.
Did some damage. Enemy shields down.
Gap in the zone.
Blast the grenade out! Can't touch it!
Shields are down.
Red dots are found!
Your team is close to total control.
Woo! We captured the zone! This was a terrible idea!
Your team is close to total control.
There. Hostiles in sight.
Hostiles are capturing a zone. Over here!
Banshee inbound.
An ally has captured a zone. sensor acquired.
Lost a teammate.
Taking one damage. All shields on the field.
Hostiles are capturing a zone. Ordnance incoming! This gives us an edge.
Your team is close to total control.
This zone's ours. Heads up. Ordnance drop inbound. They're here. This is bad. The enemy seized a zone. An allies capturing a zone.
Not going out on a loss, Spartan. One more match.
Butter, give it a mix. I added the butter in later so I wouldn't burn it. Top with parsley. I like to eat it with rice. Clear the center, flip a bowl over the pan. That rice is gonna soak up all that garlic butter on the bottom of the pan. If you want, squeeze some lemon over it. So delicious, such a crowd pleaser. You can eat it with pasta instead of rice or dip some bread in it. If you like it saucy, you can go ahead and mix it all up together and people can just scoop their own portions. Enjoy!
It's time to make some meatballs, because what's more Italian than some meatballs? Hey everyone, I'm Chef Joe Sasto, and today I'm going to be turning one of these
That's my secret, Cat. I'm always angry.
There's a simple question that has hung like a cloud over the MCU for the past decade. What happened to the Hulk? And that question usually turns into, why doesn't Hulk get his own solo movies? The answer to that question is both on record and kind of obvious. The question of why Marvel fired the Hulk is the former, and the question of why Mark Ruffalo's Hulk never gets his own movie is the latter. What I think is interesting is how the answer to both of these questions are connected. What makes a Hulk movie so hard is part of the reason that Marvel's very own first Hulk was shown the door. Making a Hulk movie, if you're Marvel, began to seem kind of impossible. When Edward Norton was cast as the Hulk for the MCU's Incredible Hulk movie, it was seen as a big get. Norton was an incredibly well-respected actor who absolutely fit the Bruce Banner mold on the surface. This was at the very genesis of the MCU, and it made a lot of sense to make a Hulk movie. Iron Man was not in the public conscience in 2007-2008 when Marvel announced the movie. Most people were shocked that this was the film Marvel wanted to make. Iron Man wasn't Spider-Man. Outside of comic book communities, he wasn't a known quantity. Hulk, on the other hand, was massive, literally and figuratively. He had his own roller coaster at Universal, had multiple previous film and television adaptations, including one in the previous 10 years. It made sense for Marvel to pair what was seen by many as a risk in Iron Man with what they believed to be a sure bet. In the movie, well, it was good enough. It was a Hulk origin story that played things relatively safe. Hulk smash, Hulk loved Liv Tyler, and Hulk was entertaining enough. He looked a little horrible, it was almost entirely unlikable, but it was fun and audiences agreed. But that's where the Hulk story started to fall apart.
You had a chance to see Mark Ruffalo finally.
Oh yeah, no, I see him always. Oh, I haven't seen him. I see Mark all the time.
We have made the decision to not bring Ed Norton back to portray the title role of Bruce Banner in the Avengers. Our decision is definitely not one based on monetary factors, but instead rooted in the need for an actor who embodies the creativity and collaborative spirit of our other talented cast members. That was a statement that Marvel would release soon after the movie hit theaters. Notice the very passive-aggressive end to that italicized quote. And what happened isn't so much a secret as it is strange. See, that Incredible Hulk movie is fine, and maybe just that, and Edward Norton knew it, and he didn't like it. So he became, as sources put it, incredibly difficult to work with on the film. Norton insisted on changing the script, on almost entirely rewriting the Incredible Hulk himself as it was shot. According to Norton, he fought for a different movie than the one that eventually hit theaters, and he fought relentlessly. Turns out, Marvel and the people around him didn't love that. He was referred to by another member of the crew as a wolf in a henhouse. The stories of Edward Norton being difficult to work with on The Incredible Hulk are now notorious. In fact, to this day, Norton maintains that he wrote an entirely different script for the film that he's very proud of. And the reality is, he was incredibly involved in areas of production actors normally aren't, including the editing of Incredible Hulk. And so, in came Mark Ruffalo, and out went Norton. You know, collaborative spirit and whatnot. So, the question remains, why didn't Marvel try again with Ruffalo? Well, I think that's for two reasons. I genuinely enjoy the MCU, but the reality is that as the MCU expanded, it became in some ways pulpier. More and more focused on humor and for the most part firmly housed in a juxtaposing place of tone than that of DC's films. Some enjoy that. I'm one of those people. But that creates an issue for characters like the Hulk. Hulk's big moment to shine again was Taika Waititi's Thor Ragnarok, in which Hulk stars in what is essentially a galactic buddy cop movie with Thor. And that's what Hulk was in the movie. Comedy. Comedic relief. Because once you've told Hulk's origin story, there's only two ways to take a reasonably grounded approach to the character, which is what the original film attempted to do. You turn him into a punchline, a giant green Shrek-like ogre, which they do to amazing effect in Ragnarok, where Hulk is the best part of the film, or you explore the internal struggle and psychological toll that the Hulk places under Bruce Banner, which would be a much darker and likely less comedic film, more in line with maybe DC's outings. It's hard to treat a struggle like that lightly. And then problem number two, Bruce Banner isn't Tony Stark. He's a relatively mild-mannered scientist whose genius isn't used to build super awesome suits. Instead, it's used to work in gamma radiation, in fields of hypothetical science so jargony that it's not even worth getting into. Tony's work is fun and exciting, but Bruce's is scientific and dense. And your job in a solo outing is to make both of these people, Bruce and Hulk, interesting. And that's a mighty difficult task in isolation because the Hulk really is, in a way, a one-note character himself, and Bruce, well, he's not exactly the most exciting human being walking the face of the earth. And sure, their clash is what makes that so interesting, but we saw that movie. It was called The Incredible Hulk. Putting Bruce to film just isn't quite as exciting as some of Marvel's other prospects. Tony's personality can carry a film, but Bruce is a regular guy. That makes an hour and a half to 2 hours a lot harder to superhero up. Now, this isn't all to say that it can't work. It absolutely can. World War Hulk would be an incredible movie. In fact, there's a lot of comic storylines that Marvel, with the right writers and filmmakers, can turn into something genuinely special without having to throw in the rest of the Avengers. Really, any story can be great about the Hulk if handled well, but the reality is, it is inherently harder to do than most other superhero stories, and that's likely why Marvel has avoided it. Bruce Banner is a tragic figure. That's his curse, in ways less obvious than, say, a Tony Stark. A character that is surprisingly relatable to everyday human beings in ways that some of his counterparts simply aren't. Maybe it's
Okay, let's see. If I restart the game, will it work? Because apparently I'm not loading into any playlist now.
Just one more win. One more and we survive this.
Shields are down. We've lost a teammate.
Enemies on me.
Enemy shields down.
Finished.
Double kill.
Spanked him? More like killed him. Am I right? He's dead.
Enemy lives depleted. Hold this.
Just about out of lives.
Victory! Attrition.
Dynamo grenades acquired. Cloaked! What now?
Enemy!
Dynamo grenades obtained.
Another one down. Tossing a nade.
Just about out of lives.
Did some damage.
Enemy lives depleted. Danger zone incoming. Lives depleted.
Active camo inbound. Active camo available.
Targets are over there. Keep covering us with
Low
that
on
X7.
ammo. Fighting at a distance is just the best.
Frag out.
Round one. Enemy team facing elimination. Round two.
This is almost over. Let him have it.
I picked up the grapple shot. Grab the equipment.
Sniper, keep your head down. Watch my back. Enemy
You're almost finished.
Take these damn
Grenades acquired.
shields are dead.
Tango's closing in.
Just about out of lives.
Enemy lives depleted.
Targets are over there.
Danger zone incoming. Lives depleted.
Active camo inbound.
A shield.
Oh, wow, you saved him. Active camo available.
Fragged him.
Watch my back.
Taking fire.
Victory.
Seems to be everybody who's working. A friend of mine said he got COVID as well, possibly. I said seems to be everybody who's working. Yeah, a couple friends of mine told me they got COVID at their jobs.
Fiesta.
Move fast and kill faster.
Tossing the name.
Enemy's hurt. That'll teach you not to screw with us. Our ammo reserves are low.
Grab the equipment. Cover me.
Going hunting, aren't we? Think you get me one of those things? I got a birthday coming up.
Enemies on me.
Over there! Watch my back!
Grenade out. Enemy Spartans are closing in.
Skewer's mine.
Watch my back. Over there. Hostiles in sight.
Take it. Cower behind this, Spartan!
Shield down.
Excuse me?
Taking fire! Did some damage. Going hunting, aren't we?
Tango's closing in.
Grenade out! Got the pickup.
Over there. Hostiles in sight. Red sensor out.
way to victory.
Avoid getting skewered. Enemies on me.
Perfect.
Cover me.
Enemies on me! Enemies hurt! Grenade was ahead!
Watch my back.
Enemy field's down.
Wow, what a shot.
Nearing victory.
Shields are down.
Over there, hostiles inside!
You got right.
We picked up the skewer!
Spartan down.
Taking fire! That spanker is chewing us off!
Watch out, hostiles have sword.
Spartan down.
Ammo reserves depleting! Taking damage!
Victory. attrition. Round 1.
You just gotta hang on longer than they can. Dynamo grenades obtained.
Targets are over there.
Just about out of lives.
Up their shields! Enemies on me!
This thing is crazy dangerous.
Grenade was a hit.
Lives depleted.
They're close!
Another one down.
Targets are over there!
Enemies almost out of lives.
Pop their shields.
Enemies on me! Enemy Spartans are close.
Active camo inbound.
Shields are down.
Active camo available.
Danger zone incoming.
Did some damage.
Round lost. Facing elimination.
Hey, so did they delete losing AIs? Oh, just asking for a friend.
Grab the active camo.
Thank heavens for that sidearm.
Skewer's mine. Did some damage. Tossing a nade.
Another one down.
My shield's popped.
Targets are over there.
They're almost finished.
Cover me.
Our ammo reserves are low. Oh, that looked really painful.
They're under us. Enemy. Enemies on me.
Enemy lives depleted.
Teammate, get out the car and kill him! Oh my god, what are you doing?
Active camo inbound.
Taking damage.
Toxic ammo available.
Danger zone incoming. Lives depleted.
Over there! Hostiles in sight! Spartan down!
They brought one back.
Round 1. Final round.
Just one more win. One more and we survive this. Here goes nothing. I hope you know what you're doing.
Boys are ours. Viewers in struggling hands.
Taking fire.
Tango's closing in. Up there. Cover me.
Finished.
Did some damage.
Grapple shot. Obtained.
Down there. Frag out. Enemy Spartan. Up their shield. Taking damage.
Enemy lives depleted.
Cover me.
Got the pickup.
Frag out.
Hostile.
Victory.